Hooters of America is preparing to restructure through bankruptcy court in the coming months. The company is working with law firm Ropes & Gray and turnaround advisors from Accordion Partners. Some creditors have engaged Houlihan Lokey for advice. Hooters has faced liquidity issues, declining foot traffic, and location closures. In 2021, the company sold $300 million in asset-backed bonds, pledging most of its assets, including franchise fees, as collateral. Casual dining chains continue to struggle due to inflation, supply chain disruptions, and rising interest rates. More than a dozen large restaurant operators sought bankruptcy protection last year. Restaurant prices have increased 44% since 2015, outpacing grocery price increases of 26%. Bybit has suffered a $1.5 billion hack, marking the largest crypto theft in history. Attackers compromised Bybit's cold wallet, stealing primarily Ether. The stolen funds were quickly transferred across multiple wallets and liquidated. CEO Ben Zhou reassured users that other cold wallets remained secure and that withdrawals were operating normally. Blockchain analysis firms Elliptic and Arkham Intelligence traced the stolen funds, linking the attack to North Korea's Lazarus Group. The hacking collective has a history of targeting crypto platforms to finance North Korea's regime. Bybit secured a bridge loan from undisclosed partners to cover any unrecoverable losses. Law enforcement and tracking firms continue efforts to recover the stolen assets. NEC Business Intelligence has used NEC's database migration assessment service to evaluate migration costs. NEC experts provided analysis, revealing that migration would be highly complex from an application perspective. Despite initial assessments suggesting an easy transition, deeper analysis indicated that significant rework would be required, leading to higher costs and delays. NEC Business Intelligence ultimately decided against migrating its database. NEC continues to assist clients with database migration decisions through expert analysis. Stocks ended the week lower as economic concerns weighed on markets. The S&P 500 fell 1.7%, the Nasdaq Composite dropped 2%, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average lost nearly 3%. Walmart's outlook and inflation concerns drove losses. Nvidia reports earnings Wednesday, with Home Depot, Lowe's, and Salesforce also set to release results. The Federal Reserve's preferred inflation gauge, the Core PCE Index, will be released Friday. Investors also await GDP updates, consumer confidence data, and housing market reports. Economists project core PCE to have increased 2.6% in January, down from 2.7% in December. Markets anticipate that the Fed will delay rate cuts until the second half of 2025. Nvidia's earnings report is in focus, with analysts expecting adjusted earnings of 84 cents per share and revenue of $38.26 billion. Investors will watch for CEO Jensen Huang's comments on AI chip demand and competition from China's DeepSeek. The University of Michigan's Consumer Sentiment Survey hit its lowest level since November 2023, while S&P Global's Flash U.S. Composite PMI fell to a 17-month low. Concerns over federal policies, tariffs, and inflation are growing. Stock futures rose early Monday as markets aimed to recover from last week's losses. Dow futures gained 220 points, with S&P 500 and Nasdaq 100 futures up over 0.5%. Berkshire Hathaway reported $14.53 billion in Q4 operating profit, up 71% from the prior year. The company's cash reserves reached $334.2 billion. Warren Buffett emphasized that the majority of Berkshire's assets remain in equities. Investors focus on upcoming corporate earnings and economic data. Nvidia, Salesforce, Lowe's, Home Depot, and Stellantis will release results. Friday's PCE index will provide further insight into inflation trends. The Federal Reserve will monitor PCE data before making decisions on rate cuts. Consumer confidence data will also be released Tuesday. GDP revisions and housing market data are expected later in the week. Central bankers Raphael Bostic, Austin Goolsbee, Lori Logan, and Patrick Harker are scheduled to speak. Analysts will assess their comments for insights into monetary policy direction. China's DeepSeek AI model has raised concerns about Nvidia's market dominance. Nvidia's data center sales have driven recent profit surges. The company's Q4 earnings will be closely analyzed for AI-related developments. Salesforce reports earnings Wednesday after an 8% revenue increase last quarter. Dell Technologies releases results Thursday, with analysts watching its AI-related growth potential. Home Depot and Lowe's will provide updates on consumer spending trends amid a slowing housing market. Stellantis will report after a recent drop in quarterly shipments. Warner Bros. Discovery and Paramount Global will release earnings, following Warner's decision to split its TV business from its streaming and movie operations. Several Canadian banks, including RBC, TD Bank, Bank of Montreal, and Scotiabank, will report earnings this week.